I had a conversation with somebody yesterday that I've had literally hundreds of times over the last 5 years, and it was around the idea of what business do I pick? Like, what is the one that I'm going to actually move forward with? And I gave some advice to this individual, and I've given this advice several times over the years, and I'm going to share that with you in this video because I think a lot of people get stuck here and they think that they have to pick the perfect business. Like, if I get this first step wrong, everything is going to blow up in my face and I'm going to fail. And this is probably one of the biggest lies in entrepreneurship is that I have to get this right. I have to pick the perfect business. And I'm telling you that you do not have to pick the perfect business because I know this to be true because I'm someone who started 26 different side hustles. The 27th one worked. And it had nothing to do with the actual side hustle that I picked. And I'm going to tell you why that worked in this video. But I can tell you that the business that you start is almost never the one that you're going to end up with. And because of this, I have to pick the perfect business. I have to go in the right direction. People overthink and they discount everything before even trying it. And it's called, I heard this years ago, there's a phrase for this. It's called discounting without consideration. Let me know if this is something that you've done before. And I've done it so many times, and I still have to catch myself today, which is, I like this idea, but, and then you come up with a bunch of different things that could potentially go wrong, or maybe stuff that you don't want to do, like, oh, I don't want to create content, or this problem may occur. And you do that maybe 15 to 20 steps down the road, and you haven't even gone past step number one, which is just to pick the damn thing and go and start, right? And start the business, which is one of the easiest things to do because you're just simply launching the idea and defining what you could potentially offer, right? Who the audience might be, how I might deliver it. It doesn't have to all be perfected and laid out with a business plan. I mean, I've talked to people who have business plans and it's all laid out and they've done nothing. Like, I don't have a business plan. When I started my business, I didn't create a business plan. I just started the thing. I just got going and I figured it all out later. And I can just tell you that this is not about picking the perfect business, okay? Because no matter what you pick, everything's going to get hard. Like, any business is going to have garbage. All of them will have it. So if you're going to go, I like this idea, but you're going to do that with all of them. All of them are going to have garbage. Like, the grass is not greener. So here's what I told this individual, and here's what I tell everybody about how do I decide? Because there's multiple ideas that you have, and you could probably do well with all of them, but you can't do all of them at the same time. So the attitude, the mindset that you have to have is, I got to pick one thing and I got to stick with it. I got to give this a go. I have to give it a realistic time horizon, and I got to put some effort in here. And I told him, and this is the advice that I give to everyone, is think which one you will be the least likely to give up on, because no one tells you this. You will want to quit. I've never wanted to give up on anything else in my life more than business. That includes school. That includes my 9 to 5 job that I wanted to get out of so bad. I've never wanted to give up anything more than business. But because I'm doing something that I can get behind, helping other people, coaching other people, helping them with their mindset, and seeing their growth, that's stuff that gets me out of bed in the morning, right? I had a real estate business. That was the first business the real one that I started. And that got me out of my 9 to 5 job. It was a means to an end, but I hated the business. I didn't like it. And when it started to get overwhelming and when it started to get hard, which I created a lot of that on my own, I decided to pivot, right? And I don't want to say I just quote unquote gave up on the business, but I realized that I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something else. So think about that. Like, what is the least thing that I'm least likely to give up on? And when it gets hard, then you will have some motivation. If you're doing something like drop shipping or, any type of e-commerce business or something that you know nothing about, you're looking at blogging or YouTube automation or whatever side hustle fad is hot right now, and you see people making a bunch of money doing it, or at least that's what they're claiming, and you're like, oh, I could do that too. Well, as soon as it gets difficult or the garbage hits, you're going to fold. You're going to give up. So think about something that you can get behind. And that's what I told this person. And that's what I tell everyone. And you still might pivot later on down the line and say, you know what, this is not something that I like, but at least get in the direction of where you want to go. And I break this down into 3 different parts. So when you're looking at picking a business, look at what you already know how to do. This is what I teach everyone how to do, my audience, which usually are mid-career professionals that have families, that have busy lives, and they don't have a lot of extra time, and they're very protective of their time. So I look at, what are you doing for work? What is your 9 to 5 job, right? You're getting paid for your skills already. There's no reason why you can't build a business around those skills, because again, your employer is paying you. Think of them as a paying customer. That really shifts your mindset when you do that. The second concept is, maybe you went through a life transformation. You went through something that you could potentially help other people with, whether you went through a weight loss transformation, maybe you got out of debt, maybe you overcame some type of a relationship situation, like you went through a divorce, or maybe, you have, something with your children, or just something in your life, like you went through a mindset journey, or you went through a spiritual journey, whatever it is that other people are potentially going through that you could help them with, right? In a lot of different ways. The third piece is, you have this skill, right? You have this interest or a hobby that you love to do, that maybe people have said to you, hey, you should start a business around that thing. Or people are asking you for help with stuff. Like, you're the person in the neighborhood that everyone comes to because they need this problem solved. Like, that's a business idea. Look at those things that you already know how to do, where you don't have to learn a skill, and then you just have to figure out how to take your skill set and bring it to the online world. That's a lot easier than having to learn a brand new skill that you know nothing about, and then having to bring it to the online world and still manage your 9 to 5 and your family and your life and everything that you have to do. So as we wrap this up here, I want to leave you with this. Just pick one idea. Like, that is such a huge win. And let go of the result. Let go of the outcome. You're not trying to pick this idea so that you will eventually one day quit your job. And I know that's what you're thinking about, is like, I want to make X number of dollars, and this idea has to do it. And I'm telling you that you can, any idea that you pick, given a long enough runway and enough effort, you can turn it into the thing that will replace your 9 to 5. So let go of making this perfect pick. And the reason that we're going all in on one thing, and I might be dating myself here, but if you've ever seen the movie Rocky 2, I think it is, where the Mickey, Rocky's manager, is training him, and he's trying to get him to catch this chicken, and he can't catch it. He can't catch the chicken because he's too slow. He's trying to get more speed. They need more speed. And we go through the whole movie. He's trying to catch this chicken, and it's funny. He can't get it. And then all of a sudden, as he's working out and he's getting better with his, physicality, and he keeps doing it over and over again. And then he has motivation from his wife, because she's in the hospital and they just had the baby, and she's like, go do it. Go win the fight. Then he catches the chicken. And it took him a while to do it, and it took a bunch of reps. Same with business, right? It's going to take you a while to catch that chicken. But guess what Rocky could not ever do? He couldn't catch 2 chickens at the same time. Literally impossible. And you have to think about that when you're chasing all these different business ideas. It's one. You try to chase two chickens, they're both going to get away. So pick one idea, go all in on it, turn off everything else, mute out the noise. You're not looking at any other businesses. You're not looking at any other side hustles. Start making content or offers that are related to the thing, like start building an audience. Just let go of the outcome. Your first version is not going to be the best, the end version, the end result. And it doesn't need to be. You just simply have to start. All right. So just remember that you learn by doing. Okay. You can't spend the next 6 months researching the idea and thinking about it and thinking about it. You eventually have to break that cycle and get into action, because that's when you start getting clear. Like when you do stuff, that's how you learn. And you're not choosing this forever. Like you don't have to get married to this business idea. Like you're just starting. If you've never started a business before, like that is such a huge win. Just cross the starting line, right? It's not a marriage. You're like, think of it as a test drive, if you will, but over a longer period of time. Start now, pivot later if needed. If you are stuck in your head and you just simply can't get out, you're overthinking, you're analyzing, I've built a community called Mindset Skool that helps you with this so that you can move forward in spite of these roadblocks. And if you're interested in checking it out, I'll leave a link in the description. It's on Skool. It's literally called Mindset Skool, Skool. And it's very, very affordable. I made it that way because I am on a mission to help 100,000 people get out of their own heads and start the business that they were born to start. And that is you too. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next one.